military coat and to march 7 times around. He followed faithfully the blessed Lord's command, and the walls came tumbling down. And the walls came tumbling down. Joshua marched 7 times around, and the walls came tumbling down, and the walls came tumbling down. Well, if you have trusted in the power of the blood and you hope to wear a crown, just follow faithfully the blessed Lord's command. Walls of doubt will tumble down, and the walls came tumbling down. Joshua marched 7 times around, and the walls came tumbling down, and the walls came tumbling down, and the walls came tumbling down. Joshua marched 7 times around, and the walls came tumbling down, and the walls came tumbling down.
I'd like to welcome
There
you
were
to the
3 car seats
WOTG
in his
Radio
King Cab
Network.
truck. 3 little girls growing up, and all the neighbors said they don't know how he does it. He never was a church-going kind. She was bound to change his mind, fill a space between God and him, and make their home a heaven. But he lost her on the day the girls were born. Nothing else mattered anymore. Faith helps him kneel to pray. Hope brightens every day, and his heart is filled with love from charity. He's gonna be with her again one day, but until then, he's still learning to believe with faith, hope, and charity. Faith and hope have their mother's eyes, her little dimples when they cry. And each time they smile, he feels her in the room. And Charity was the first to walk, and when they all began to talk, it was like heaven knew the words he needs to hear. And every night before he tucks them near, 3 blue-eyed angels are watching over him. Faith helps her kneel to pray. Hope brightens every day, and his heart is filled with love from charity. He's gonna be with her again one day, but until then, he's still learning to believe. Faith, hope, and charity. He's gonna be with her again one day, but until then, he's still learning to believe with faith, hope, and charity. There were 3 car seats in his king cab truck, 3 little girls growing up, and all the neighbors said they don't know how he does it.
And I'd like to welcome you to the Chuck Bryant Show and Friends as we're working on some things here this morning. We've got a very special guest coming up here this morning on the WOTG Radio Network, and a very special guest coming all the way across the border in North Canada. So I'm going to leave that suspicion up just a little bit. We'll be bringing her on the phone as I get this last image of her up on our screen. So next up is we're going to be playing some Best in Southern Gospel Music, if I can grab hold of the right mouse here. And we'll just go ahead and pick one out here, and let's get it going.
From disappointments, not amidst a worried mind, we seem to last a year. You won't always see his hand or feel him near, but just hold on, my friend, it's not the end. You've been here before when you're down to tried by fire, he'll deliver once more when you have reached wit's end and you're hanging by a thread. Be still and hear him whisper, this is only a test. Faith is knowing without doubt that God is able, and hope is not effective if you can see. When everything around you seems unstable, surrounds will only bring you down to your knees. Just hold on, my friend, it's not the end. You've been here before when you're down to the wire, tried by fire, he'll deliver once more when you have reached wit's end and you're hanging by a thread. Be still and hear him whisper, this is only a test. If you never face a trial, but you're still praying, if you never knew a failure, how would you know that he could save? Just hold on, my friend, it's not the end. You've been here before when you're down to the wire, tried by fire, he'll deliver once more when you have reached wit's end and you're hanging by a thread. Be still and hear him whisper, this is only a test. Be still and hear God whisper, this is only a test.
And coming up very with us in the next few minutes here on the program first name is Rachel, and I never want to say her last name because I don't never want to mess up on it. We have talked about this so many times as we've talked on the phone in the past, and I wanted to introduce you to Rachel. Rachel, tell me your last name because I don't want to mess up on it.
Hi there, Chuck. My last name is Dansock.
See, I had
It's
it
spelled
told me something else.
pronounced a little different than how it looks. So you can just put a Dan and then a S-O-C-K at it, and that'll be fine.
And in the way I pronounce things, I would definitely mess up on it in a heartbeat. Well,
The only thing it would make a difference if you wanted to reach me on Facebook or on my website, so that it's DANCSOK.
yeah. Well, how you been doing? I'm going to tell you right now. Let me give you a little story about this lady right here. We had Melissa Smith on, and we had Mary Burke on last week. And this week, we've got you. And then coming up, we got Lizzie G from out in Chicago. But I don't know how you do all the things that you do. You get up on a farm, you get up in the morning, you do your daily chores, and you do your chores at night. I see you plow hay, I see you bale hay, I see you take care of the chickens, I see you take care of the cows, because I follow you quite often. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, it's quite a balance. Of course, I just ask God to give me the strength all the time, that I can do do what I have to do here on the farm. And because my husband has an eye condition that he can't see, so then I do a lot of truck driving and tractor work, and what he can't see, I see, I guess.
Well, Marcia Sue Mitchell has a song for that. It's called Superwoman.
Oh.
But anyway, let's talk about you've got a new album out. And
Yeah.
You've got a new book out, and you've been making the circuit with your new book and with the new CD. And
Yes.
I just can't, like I said, I don't see how you do it, but you have such a great heart for God and everything else that you do. So one of the songs, tell me what song would you like me to play this morning?
Well, you know what? I like this song, My Happy Place. And that's exactly what I did this morning. I was downstairs in my little quiet place there, and reading the Word and singing songs to God and asking for direction and everything. So that song will probably tell everybody kind of what my morning time is like.
Is that on your new album?
Yes, it is.
I found it. Next up, My Happy Place.
Okay.
You ready? Tell them about it.
Well, this is my happy place, and there's no place I'd rather be than with God and in His will. And I just love to go out for Him because I see all the things that's before me when I perform and everything, and I see what God's doing because of the people's reaction and everything. And I says, "Oh God, you're just so good."
All right.
So good.
Next up, My Happy Place.
Yeah.
I walk with Jesus every day. In the morning when I pray, that's where I want to be. The best place to be. All the things you let me see, all the things you've taken away from me, away from me. I'm in awe of what you do. My heart melts to honor you. My joy wells up deep inside. Your incredible peace as I walk with you. La 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 la. I dance and sing. I dance and sing. La 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 la. I dance and sing. I dance and sing. I'm in my happy place. You and me. I'm in your will. In your will. I'm in my happy place. You and me. In your will. As I sing, I cry out to you. God, you are so good. You are so good. Your love is all around me. You lift me up as I go out for you. Only you. Right before my eyes, I see miracles. The truth you let me see. Your word that feeds me constantly. I'm written in the book of life. La 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 la. La 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 la. I dance and sing. I dance and sing. La 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 la. La 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 la. I dance and sing. I dance and sing. I'm in my happy place. You and me. I'm in your will. In your will. I'm in my happy place. You and me. In your will. La 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 la. La 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 la. I dance and sing. I dance and sing. La 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 la. La 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 la. I dance and sing. I dance and sing. I'm in my happy place. You and me. I'm in your will. In your will. I'm in my happy place. You and me. In your will. I'm in my happy place. You and me. In your will. I'm in my happy place. You and me. In your will. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
And that was our happy place. Facebook had knocked us offline there, Miss Rachel. I do apologize for that. So we do have a YouTube video, and we will be posting that up right after the show here. So stay tuned for that. I'm nervous because you're in the room. That is exactly what it is.
Oh, not to be.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. I have loved your music from day one when we started all the way when we first got your music all the way back in 2017. And
Yeah.
one of my favorite songs. We won't be playing it this morning, but one of my favorite songs of all time of you is "I Want My Place to Be an Altar."
Correct. Yes.
And we've talked about that. That is one of my favorite songs from you. But
Right.
tell us a little bit about this book that you wrote.
The book, yes. This is a book that the co-author is Susan Harris, and she's an author and a speaker, and she has written 13 books and stuff. So for my birthday, she created this book with my postings that I have put on Facebook, and she wanted to capture. This book captures our friendship and how we got reunited again, and how we do ministry for the Lord. And so it's little snippets, of course, of just my daily routine, and it goes right from farming to ranching to gardening to singing. So you'll see all kinds of beautiful pictures in there, of all my whole life. And I just thank God, God had this happen at the right time because, we're down to our last couple of years of ranching. So this is just almost like a legacy of my years that I've been on the ranch. So it's just, I just thank Susan for putting this all together and giving it to me as a gift that I want to share with everybody else, because all the information inside is what I had written.
Well, I know that when I went through it, I was sitting at work one night and I was going through it and I was listening to your new CD, and I just thought it was just a great book. It was well put together. It's a really, really great. Tell the people out here in our audience how they can get a hold of you to get a copy of this book and to get a copy of this new CD.
Okay, you can visit my website, which is www.racheldansok.com. Or else you can reach me on Facebook also.
Well, we'll also be putting a description of this down on the YouTube video when we get ready to publish it. This next song that we played a couple of weeks ago for you is Make Them Somebody.
Yeah, Making Them a Somebody.
Tell us about what inspired you to write this song.
Well, all these songs actually just, came to me. But this particular song, it's just that God can take anybody and make him into, definitely his child and just mold us and make us, better and better all the time. So no matter where you've been, you've got, God can make a beautiful, beautiful child out of you. When you follow him and when he's your child. So don't. It's there for everybody to receive.
Well, next up is "Make Us a Somebody." This is an awesome song.
Yeah.
Habit of picking up a nobody and making them somebody. When people consider you a nobody, will just wait and they will see. Oh yeah, yeah, God has a habit of picking up a nobody and making them somebody. He's in the process of making you a somebody for all the world to see. Just look at Paul. He was a mean hombre, tried to kill them all. Every Christian he could see. Well, who would have thought an apostle he'd be, raised up to change the world? Never underestimate the power of God. His love will transform you. God has a habit of picking up a nobody and making them somebody. When people consider you a nobody, will just wait and they will see. Oh yeah, yeah, God has a habit of picking up a nobody and making them somebody. He's in the process of making you a somebody for all the world to see. We don't deep inside. It hurts so bad with fear and strife. Oh well, it's driving me wild. Well, once I was drowning in the sea of hell, and now I'm lifted out. The victory is won, Jesus brought me along. Praise God, I'm on the other side. God has a habit of picking up a nobody and making them somebody. The people consider you a nobody, will just wait and they will see. Oh yeah, yeah, God has a habit of picking up a nobody and making them somebody. He's in the process of making you a somebody for all the world to see. God has a habit of picking up a nobody and making them somebody. People consider you nobody, will just wait and they will see. Oh yeah, yeah, God has a habit of picking up a nobody and making them somebody. He's in the process of making you a somebody for all the world to see. God is in the process of making somebody for all the world to see.
Was that a harmonica in the background?
Yes. Yeah,
Wow.
I believe so.
That was
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
The only person I know that plays the harmonica anymore is Charlie McCoy.
Oh, okay. Well, this CD was made in Branson, Missouri.
Was it?
And Bob Ashley's studio.
Mm-hmm.
And the harmonicas come from Larry D. Lauder.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Down there in Branson, it sounds like we may have a radio station down in Branson. Branson Gospel Radio, my good friend Joe.
That's right. I know him.
Oh,
I've met him before when I was down there.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
They just, this last week, we lost one of the great outlaws have been working with Joe in the outlaw gospel Christian country that he's doing over there. Gunner passed away last week, and what a great guitarist he was.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever get to meet him?
Yeah, I know. Pardon?
Did you ever get to meet him?
No, I didn't. No. Oh, that is so sad. I find that often now when we hear of great people like that, and I'm going to miss them when they're not here.
Well, this particular person, Gunner, had touched everyone, not just me, but it seemed like on Friday, as I was thumbing through Facebook and stuff, it was over here on this internet gospel radio station. It was over here on this one. It was on this one. Marty Smith done a tribute to him. I done a tribute to him. And I know Joe did over at Branson Gospel. And his wife, Barbara, our condolences go out to her again. But it's so great that how the Christian country, Southern gospel, the outlaw gospel that Joe's working on, how we can all come together in one means or another, and we all represent one thing, and that's Jesus Christ.
Yes, I know. I love hanging out with everybody that is of one mind like that.
Yes.
Yeah, we can all just with one voice sing. I know.
So what's new coming up for you?
Well, I'm on my way to Manitoba right away. That's one province over, and I'm going to do some visiting with a friend there that needs a little care, and she's been my friend for a long time, and she's going through a hard time. So I have this week is kind of open, so I'm going to do that, and then I think next week haul some cattle. No.
Wow.
And we got a whole bunch of cattle to haul next week, so that's my job if we don't get a bigger trucker guy. So and otherwise I've got some engagements coming up and that I'm always working on. I do my own booking, so then I'm always on the phone and doing phoning places and everything. Got some jamborees coming up. Got some family that's coming up from Montreal, Quebec, and stuff like that, and from Victoria, BC, one from one and each other, and friends are coming down, so from up north of Saskatchewan, so then they're going to stay overnight, so that's part of who I am. We have people over lots, and so then I'm cooking and baking and all that kind of good stuff too.
The great stuff that you like to do. It's so funny that you're talking about people coming down from up north. We talk about people coming from down up north, from maybe from Canada, Michigan, Branson, or something like that. But when you talk about people coming down from up north, you're really talking about people coming down from up north.
Exactly. Yeah. It's people that are about 5-6 hours from here, from where I live, and I live. I'm not too far from the border of U.S. I think I usually go to Minot sometimes, North Dakota, catch flights and stuff. So we're 3 hours from there.
Okay.
And so these folks, they live, and I've gone up there too to play music and everything. There's a real nice music group of people up there in that area. It's really sick. Right where I am is not really that much, so I have to go out to different places and meet up with everybody. So. Well,
I know it's pretty. We've got some Canadian channels in this new program that we've got on our TV, and Donna sometimes she'll watch some of the Canadian stuff because my wife's from Michigan, and I've been watching some of the History Channel from up in Canada, and yet they talk about them going to Alaska or them going to the North Pole or something like that, and see the land that's in Canada from all the different provinces. Man, it is so beautiful up there. It's kind of like going to Washington, or possibility the Colorado or something like that.
Yeah.
It is just beautiful in the mountains. Well, there's another song on here that it says, I will walk through the valley. Tell us a little bit about that song.
Well, that song, that line came up to me one day. I was outside and working with the cattle and stuff, opening gates or something, and I was going through a hard time, a little struggle. So this line came up to me. I will walk through the valley with the Lord by my side. And, that sustained me all that day and everything. I just kept singing that over and over and over again, and that is so true. And all the verses have to do, they're all scriptural. Sometimes I almost take it exactly what it says, and so it tells you what God does for you when you are walking through the valley, and you walk through the valley with the Lord by your side. I sing songs that one of them is called In Everything Give Thanks. And that means, I know in our hard times, you got to give thanks. When you're feeling really good, you give thanks. But you got to know that when you are walking through a hard time, that the Lord is with you. That's where He carries you. So this song tells you that exactly with the verses being right out of Scripture.
Well, let's go ahead and play it. I will walk through the valley here on the WOTG network with Miss Rachel.
Yeah.
I will walk through the valley with the Lord by my side. I will walk through the valley with Him. Hand in hand we'll go together, one step at a time. I will walk through the valley with the Lord by my side. In God is my salvation, the rock of my strength. Trust in Him at all times, for He knows how I feel. Pour out your hearts before Him in the shadow of His wings. I rejoice, for the Lord brought me all out of them. I will walk through the valley with the Lord by my side. I will walk through the valley with Him. Hand in hand we'll go together, one step at a time. I will walk through the valley with the Lord by my side. God is full of compassion, giving strength unto His people. In the valley is where the Lord holds me up and comforts me. Fear not, said He, I'll never leave or forsake you. God's in the midst, be not moved, He'll bring you all out of them. I will walk through the valley with the Lord by my side. I will walk through the valley with Him. Hand in hand we'll go together, one step at a time. I will walk through the valley with the Lord by my side. I will walk through the valley
You know, it's times when you need him the most, he's there, and times when you don't need him the most, he's there. He's always with us, no matter where we're at.
That's right. Yeah.
And there's
for sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's one thing in my early walk with the Lord. I thought, well, I better learn study the Word a little bit more, because when I'm up, then it's okay. But when I'm down, that's when I got to know what the Word says. And that's one thing the Lord always has brought to me ever since the beginning, is that the Word, I always believed the Word was true. That's before I even became a Christian. So then when I became one and started to read the Word, then God was revealing to me that that's what he does. So what the Word says, he does. That's what that's the promises and everything. So I've been trying to, I walk by what the Word says, so yeah.
Amen. This next one up, I have to look up at a screen with my bifocals, and it's hard to read sometimes. He's forgiven.
He forgives.
That's it. He forgives. I apologize for that.
Yeah, that's right. And again, all of these are scriptural based, and I was when I write, I was writing, and then I'd look up in the scriptures and what came to me to know about the song that I was writing, and so a lot of that is all what God tells you, what he does for us.
Amen. Well, let's go ahead and play that song. It sounds like it's going to be a good one.
Okay.
He finds me whiter than snow. He always delivers my soul. I am the apple of his eye. I stand complete and trust him and abide. He forgives. He forgives. He forgives all of my sins. They're taken as far as the east is from the west. Remembered no more. He forgives. In his arms he'll take and be your shield. Our hearts are knit together in his love. The God of all grace who called us in. My life is hidden in Christ. He forgives. He forgives. He forgives all of my sins. They're taken
Wow, what a song. What a song. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I was sitting at work one night and I was listening to this CD. I listened to it 2 or 3 times. And there was a bad storm going over. And it was just like last Friday night, I would listen to this CD too with that storm going over. So many great songs. It's just like, it's like listening to words come out of the Bible, Rachel, with every song that's on this CD.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Praise God.
And I tell you right now, each song, if people got to get a hold of this CD, it's just what I got to tell you. You just got to get a hold of it. You need to go to Rachel's website right now, order it, and get a copy of her book. And she is definitely, I would call, a superwoman in all that she does. We got another song in here. Jesus took the bread?
Took the bread, yes.
Tell us about that song.
Yes. That, the first verse is what when we plead out to God because we want him in our lives. And the second verse, just a month ago, I was singing this song, and it just felt like the Spirit of Jesus was saying, "This is what I'm telling them." the best second verse, and I thought, "Oh, is that ever nice?" That Jesus is telling you this is what he did, and so with your open heart, with your wanting something changed, or you want to have a change of your life, just it's so easy by just saying, "Jesus, I know you're there. I want to come in. I want you to come in." Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and play this one.
Sure.
Jesus took the bread here on the WOTG Radio Network.
I come as I am, without one plea, pouring out myself to you, for I do believe. They say you are the only one who can save me from my sin, that your arms are always open. Please, Lord, I want to come in. Jesus took the bread, symbolic of his body. Then he took the cup, representing his blood. His life was a sacrifice. He laid down for you for the remission of my sins, that through him you might be saved. I do this for you, that whoever believes shall not perish, but comes to receive. I'm the way, the truth, and the life. offer life everlasting. My stripes brought you healing. With my blood bought you life. Jesus took the bread, symbolic of his body, and then he took the cup, representing his blood. His life was a sacrifice. He laid down for you the remission of our sin, that through him you might be saved. His life was a sacrifice. He laid down for you for the remission of our sin, that through him you might be saved.
And Rachel, wow, what a song!
Oh,
Each one.
thank you.
Yeah, each one of these. One of our we've got several show hosts that's on the WOTG radio network, and some of them are in with us today. Listen to us on Facebook. Friends, if y'all are wanting to know where you can get this, I'm gonna be loading this up after I get done with the show today, and I will put a link out on the Chuck Bryant and Friends website. And if you would like to get a hold of us here at the show, you can email us at chuckbryantandfriends@gmail.com. And any request or anything else like that, guests that would like to be on the show or something, please give us a shout out, and we'll be more than glad to oblige by that. Rachel, it is such an honor again to say thank you for being on the program today, and what a blessing is. And I'm gonna let you know this. I never told you this. One of the times that when I don't know if you remember a couple years ago, on December the 14th in 2016, Donna was entered to the hospital, and she had sepsis. And one of the things that kept going over and over in my mind, well, is the house in order? Is the house in order? And there was a few songs that I had loaded up on my iPhone that I carry. There's like 15 to 20 songs that I've got that's loaded onto my iPhone. And I want everyone to see me as I say it, as everyone sees me as an altar. I don't have that song loaded today, but that's a song that I play quite often of yours. And and the thing about it is I got several songs. Jan Harbuck's got one that's close to me, and then Randy and Amy from Appointed To, they've got several songs. But there's about 30, in between 20 to 30 songs by my favorite groups. And I don't show favoritism because I love all the music, whether it's Christian country or Southern gospel. But there's some that just sit there and, just put a tear to your eye. And, as we walk through this world, and we were talking about this the other day, there was a circumstance that happened with some people that I know. And we want to be Christ-liked. We want people to see Christ in us. Yeah. Sometimes we fall off that path from time to time. But, when you hear a song, I want it to be my altar. How do you actually pronounce that song?
I want my stage to be an altar.
Correct. I want my stage to be an altar. I hadn't listened to it in quite a while, but it's still on my iPhone. But the thing about it is, it's the same as us being seen as Christ.
Yeah.
And the altar is always there, no matter where we go. My grandfather, uh, rest his soul as he's laying in not laying, but up in heaven. I'm going to see. Matter of fact, the 1st of June or 1st of April, I'm going up to Ohio for a concert that we've got up there.
Hmm.
And one grandfather lays in LJ, Georgia, and the other one lays in Manchester, Ohio. And for the
Yeah.
first time, within days apart, I'm going to put some flowers on both of their graves, and let them know how proud I want them to be of me as they look down from heaven and see what I've done.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
see, you want your stage to be an altar where everybody can see the Christ that's in you.
Hmm.
And just that's just the way it is. I need to stop before I start crying. But anyway, Rachel,
Yeah.
it's been so glad to have you on here. And in closing,
Oh.
we're gonna play one more of your songs, and I'm just gonna hit the old thing as we close out. And is there anything that you'd like to say to your fans out here on Facebook or on YouTube or on the Chuck Bryant Show?
Well, I just thank you, Chuck, for having me on here on your show, and just to be part of all the people that love your show and love to hear the music, and I say hi to everybody, and I'd sure love to come and see you all, or else you can come up here and see me. I would certainly make you like my favorite or my famous beef stew and biscuits.
Oh, now now you've got a visitor coming. I hadn't crossed the border yet, but now for some great beef stew and biscuits, I'd definitely be there. Rachel, thank
And
you.
you know, I have to tell you that we live in a beautiful spot here too in Canada. There in a little spot area in Saskatchewan. There is the Capel Valley. You can Google that. It starts with a Q. Capel Valley, and that's where we live. Our house overlooks the Capel Valley. We got lots of windows in our house, so the view of the hills and everything are all around us. So we're very grateful for where we live and in God's creation.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, I look at your posts quite often when I can,
Yeah.
and some of the times whether you're out there by the barn on the tractor, you're out there with the cattle, you're out throwing hay, whatever you do, I pay attention. Thank you so much for being on the program with us today.
You're welcome.
And just
and see you, and hope to see you you folks sometimes, and I'll keep tuning in and saying hi to you all.
All right. Hang on just one second. What was that? I'm sorry.
Oh, and I'll say hi to you all on your show every once when I get on there.
Okay. Hang on just for 1 second, okay?
Sure.
Well, this is another great time we've had here on the WOTG Radio Network, and thank Rachel for stopping by, and we'll be bringing your greatest artists up very, very soon. So I'm going to pick another song as we get out of here today.
I walk with Jesus every day. In the morning when I pray, that's where I want to be, the best place to be. All the things you let me see, all the things you've taken away from me, away from me. I'm in awe of what you do, my heart melts to honor you. My joy wells up deep inside, your incredible peace as I walk with you. La 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 la. I dance and sing, I dance and sing. La 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 la. I dance and sing, I dance and sing. I'm in my happy place, you and me. I'm in your will, in your will. I'm in my happy place, you and me, in your will. love is all around me. You lift me up as I go out for you. Only you. Right before my eyes, I see miracles. The truth you let me see. Your word that feeds me constantly. I'm written in the book of life. La 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 la. I dance and sing. I dance and sing. La 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 la. I dance and sing. I dance and sing. I'm in my happy place. You and me. I'm in your will. In your will. I'm in my happy place. You and me. In your will. La 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 la. I dance and sing. I dance and sing. La 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 la. I dance and sing. I dance and sing. I'm in my happy place. You and me. I'm in your will. In your will. I'm in my happy place. You and me. In your will. I'm in my happy place. You and me. In your will. I'm in my happy place. You and me. In your will. La 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 la.
And that was Rachel. Thanks. So glad for stopping by with us today here on the Chuck Bryant Show. Next up, a lot of other great opportunities as the WOTG network is in the process. We're going to be talking to someone tomorrow, and please be praying for us that we're going to the next step with our TV ministry that we have, to where we can bring all of our shows into one place with Pastor Mario, Pastor Jack, myself, Pastor Gary, and everyone that's on the broadcast. And we're even talking about bringing Brother Hal. And, buddy, that's going to be something for us to do it. Coming up in June, maybe around June or May, we're going to be doing a revival here on the WOTG network. And we're going to have myself, Pastor Gary. I got to talk to him first. But Pastor Gary, Pastor Mario, Pastor Jack, myself, and Pastor Hal will end up the week where we're all broadcasting and doing prayers all across the WTG network. It's going to be called a revival on the network on WOTG. And we're hoping to have everything in place by that time. Each and every one of us will be bringing the word to you. Pastor Mario will be the last one coming in. We're going to ask Pastor Randy from Jordan's River if he'll come on and join us. And there's going to be just a lot of great stuff. I might even go as far as asking Pastor Randy Nichols if he would come on board and do one with us. Guys, it's so great to be with you as our time has come to an end. Y'all be safe, and remember, God loves you. Tell someone that God loves them, and we'll see y'all back here. Friday, I will not be having a show because I will be on the road down to South Carolina to be with Brother Chris Shepard and Brother Randy at the South Carolina Gospel Convention, or whatever it may be, Quartet Convention or something like that. And who knows who may stop in to see us. This is the WOTG Radio Network coming live to you on WOTG's TV network. God bless y'all. Have a great day.